morning. It's morning here in Edri. I'm back from Nigeria. I was in Nigeria for a whole month. It's already fall, so it's getting cold. Not cold, just cool. Perfect weather actually. Anyways, let me stop talking. Let me go wash my face and get about my business for today, and then I'll be talking with you guys about Nigeria. Okay, just briefly about Nigeria. Let's go. Okay, so I'm back. Let's talk about Nigeria. So I returned to Nigeria after 6 years of being in Canada, and it was about time. But before we talk about Nigeria, let's talk about this whole weather situation since I've been back in Canada, because I'm not liking this dryness I'm experiencing. So since I've been back in Nigeria, I beg your pardon, I've noticed that my skin is drying up like really quickly, and hence the extra grease I had to, include in my face. I mean, my face is, I actually always like add extra grease anyhow, but like I feel the need to actually like add Vaseline as part of my routine now even more often, because I mean, yeah, the dryness is real. I think it's an Alberta thing because I mean in Toronto it used to be like when winter really starts that I start to like, experience more dryness, but now since I've been back from Nigeria it's been ridiculous. So anyways, let's talk about Nigeria. So Nigeria was nice. I was away for a whole month. My mom had an amazing birthday party to celebrate her life and her 60th.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Check my next video.
It was amazing because everybody came, all my siblings from everywhere. Everybody was home, and most of my siblings I had not seen for like 6 years. And then my brother I had not seen for 12 years, one of my brothers, for 12 years. So I pulled up some surprises, even though he knew I was coming, I surprised him. And then I surprised some of my friends too that I haven't seen in up to like, what, 10 years? it was amazing to be home. I enjoyed the support that I got, and that's something I really wish I had here in Canada, because like I barely did anything, you know. There was just more than enough support with the kids, you know, help with anything I wanted to do, errands and everything. I felt like, you know, I could get used to this. Unfortunately, I did not have the luxury to get used to anything like that, because I knew I was going to come back home to my regular life, like you saw earlier. I'm back to doing chores, I'm back to being, you know, a mom again. Because like in Nigeria, I could forget for a minute that I was a mom. Like sometimes I didn't even know where the kids were. They had amazing outdoorsy experiences like playing in the sand, and I let them do all of that, because I'm like, why not? If not, you're in Nigeria, you know, so flex. So the kids had an amazing time. I feel like this trip was especially for them, because they needed to see the rest of the family, and it was just beautiful to see how they just like got in the time zone so quickly. They got into everybody so quickly. Like there was no time for assimilation. It was like, okay, we've been seeing on video, let's just jump right into the business of the day. So it was very nice for them. So since we've been back for like what, a week or so now, I got really sick. I didn't like take any anti-malaria medicine before I left, and then during my stay I didn't get sick or anything like that. So I feel like with the stress of everything, I got some mosquito bites. I had all the malaria symptoms that you could think of, and thankfully we have a doctor in the family. My brother is a doctor, so he already advised me on what to do. So on getting here, I was able to, you know, take the malaria treatment, and then I'm so much better now. But yeah, that wasn't a good experience for me. The stress of traveling with the kids was there, so I feel like that just really pulled everything out of me. And yeah, getting back was tough, because I now had to adjust to doing everything by myself, and it's not been easy. I'm still like, this is my life now. It's not been easy, but I'm hanging tight, I'm hanging in there, I'm good now. So just a note for you, if you're looking to travel to anywhere tropical, or you know, West Africa or wherever, you have to like take precautions, because like my advice is, please take care of yourself, so that when you enter Canada you don't get sick to the point where they have to isolate you. Because if you have malaria, because of how severe malaria can be, they will isolate you and you might just feel alienated. So if you don't want to have that type of experience, then I would say please make sure you look after yourself before you come, or before you leave Canada. You can take the anti-malaria treatment, and then when you are in Nigeria or wherever, just make sure that you're testing and make sure you're okay, because you don't want to have malaria in your system and then come to Canada, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to say that to give you tips if you're looking to travel. But yeah, Nigeria was nice. There were some experiences that I had that were shocking to me, even though I've only been away from Nigeria for what, 6 years. Some experiences that were shocking to me, like the traffic in Lagos. You know it's there, you hear about it, you read about it, but experiencing it again was a bit tough for me, because I'm like, it's actually as bad, still as bad, in fact even worse. You know, imagine me being on the road for 8 hours. That's like, oh no, so 8 hours to go back home, and that's minus the 4 hours I spent to my destination in the first place. So that was 12 hours on the road in one day, and for me that was tough. That was I was traumatized by that experience. Like, imagine sitting in one spot in traffic for 8 hours. That was tough for me. I enjoyed the food. I ate a lot of amala, but again, that was another struggle for me, because I was always so careful to not go out, eat, and then have to face traffic, and then I have to use the bathroom. I remember one day I had to like run. I was looking for eateries where I could go. Oh god, I can't even tell you about that. But those were some of the experiences that I had. And then there was one time I took an Uber, and oh my god, this has to be like another video, story time. I took an Uber in Lekki, and this guy was going to take me away. Like you know where I'm getting at, but I have to talk about this in another story. And that was very traumatizing for me, because as someone who doesn't even live in Nigeria anymore, I feel like if you're back in Nigeria, I don't feel like, oh, because Lagos is your place, you know how to run the place, you know, you now just throw caution in the wind. But thankfully, I'm a sharp Lagos babe. I was able to like put 2 and 2 together, and I was able to like get myself out of that situation. So I would say something I was doing a lot was not going out alone. My cousin Charles, I know you're watching this video. Charles was someone I would always ask to go out with me if I needed to go out, depending on where I'm going. If it wasn't going to take him out of his own duties and responsibilities, then of course. So if I had to go somewhere, I'll just plan my trip with him and say, okay, I need us to go to this place today. We're leaving at so and so time, and then we'll just make plans, and yeah, we'll go. So that was something that I think was very helpful. So if you're going to go back home after such a long period of time, if you're not really sure about like your whereabouts and things like that, like how to navigate places and routes, just always go with someone who is more familiar with, you know, the environment. So anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video to tell you a little bit, like just give you like a summary of my experience in Nigeria and how Nigeria was for me. I'm going to be sharing, you know, some content that I created. I'm also going to be sharing content of conversations that I had with other content creators from months ago. So I'm just going to be uploading stuff going forward. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you like this video, please feel free to share it and give me a thumbs up. Your subscription means a lot to me, so please, again, do not forget to subscribe before you leave today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.